Hello everybody, I wanted to give you a little update and progress on my yoga routine that I do. This is year 1, week 37. So before we get started here with the update and the progress of the little yoga routine that I've been doing since week 3, and then I gave you an update in week 21, I wanted to do a few shout outs. First, a shout out to GenesaurusRex, who was actually the second person that I met on Xbox that I met in the real world. And you saw that in my past vlogs. You also saw how I just happened to meet another new vlogger, Caroline Campbell, and I met her at Disney when we went and visited Epcot, and of course that's also a vlog. You can see that footage also in the past. But just recently, the footage of when I met another vlogger, and her name is Jen Kittens, and she just posted the footage of when we met at Disney Springs. And so it's really cool. It's also interesting because you get to see what I looked like when I hadn't lost 80 pounds already. So that's pretty cool. I'll put links to all these people down in the description below. But let's go ahead and get into the update here and the progress of the little yoga routine that I do. And of course, back in week 3, I called it yoga haha because it was just so difficult to do. And of course, I was doing it wherever I was. And at that time, I was in a hotel room. And then back here at the house, I showed you my beginner yoga routine. I'm going to do the same yoga routine that I showed you in week 21. I'm just going to kind of show you the progress of what I've done. And also this will help me because it actually is a record then of where I am now in week 37. So, and 80 pounds lighter. So here we go. So the first thing obviously that I started out with doing my little yoga routine was just a basic forward fold. Sometimes I kind of just do a stretch and kind of get stretched out and stuff, and then it's just a basic touch your toes, bend over, forward fold, whatever it's actually officially called. I don't know. I do this for the routine, the stretch, the flexibility, and the strength. I really don't do it for the whole yoga thing. So basically just a forward fold, and of course if I keep my back straighter, it gives me a better stretch in the back here. But you can see, and of course if I just really relax and really let my back relax, you usually get some really good releases in my back right here. So as you can see, a lot more flexibility than what I had in the past. That feels good though, just to stretch and really kind of straighten everything out to get a really nice stretch. Very nice. And of course I still bend my knees a lot just to take some of that pressure off the back, depending on just how I feel. And of course then it's a nice stretch in the back here. And this is what I've been doing ever since I started. So this routine has not really been modified that much, except for a little bit, and I'll tell you when that is. So now it's I think it's downward facing dog, I think it's. So now it's another forward fold and then out, and then there's this one's always been tough just because I don't have a lot of flexibility in my calves. So really press my heels down to really get a nice stretch here. Make sure I'm still breathing though. So sometimes in this one, then I'll just kind of walk myself back up to actually start the next move, which is that deep lunge that I do. So I usually start here, and you don't have to come back up. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So sometimes when I'm down here and downward facing dog like this, then I'll just step back, and then I'll just step this forward and get a nice deep stretch. Really kind of stretch out my favorite muscle. Oh yeah. Get a nice stretch there. And there's a lot of variations that you can do here now. So you can put your hands back down, and if you want, you can come back up. Sometimes I do that. About to lose my hat there. And then you can just go up the other leg. Nice. Big stretch. You can see I put my arms up now for a little more difficulty for balance, rather than before I was putting my arms out, or I was actually using the table or something, or the couch that was here. Nice. And then some variations that I do is when I come back to here, I might just do some, I think this is like, what's this, cow or something like that? I think they call it cow. I'll call it something else, but it might not be appropriate. But cow. And then I think this is what, cat? Yeah, I think this is cat. And it does feel good, and I've been working on trying to control more of my arch of my back. Before, I really couldn't even do this stuff before. I didn't even like know how to activate the muscles. To be able to do it was very, very interesting. So now, of course, when I come up, a lot of times I'll just go back and do it. And then come back up. And then what I did is another forward fold, or touch your toes. But in this case, I'm going to bring my arms up. So take my arms behind me here. Well, the official Uncle Mike hat here might fall off, but just get a nice stretch here. Very good. Oh, did not lose the official Uncle Mike hat. Then what I do is a warrior, and this is my manly pose, or as Yoga with Bert said, you have a very strong warrior. So the warrior here, I like this pose. So I like this right here. Getting ready for hunting season, the warrior. Yeah. So I'm really focusing again the stretch here in my favorite muscle. Yeah. Come back up. And sometimes I even do a kind of a forward fold right here, just to again get some good stretches. And so just been doing this more and more. I really, really enjoy it. Makes me feel good. These stretches. Back up. Point the other foot. Warrior over here. Again, making sure I feel that stretch here in my favorite muscle. I just like this pose. Just like this pose. Alright, so that was basically where we started. Then a little bit more floor work now. So this is kind of where it's not necessarily, I don't think, yoga. I'm not really sure. I just know I wanted to do these two moves. And so the next one is what I call curl ups rather than sit ups, because I really want to focus on controlling my abdominal muscles on this. So I just kind of start. Sometimes now I reach out, nice stretch out, touching the toes. It absolutely is amazing, the flexibility and the strength that I have now. That's just small progress. I'm just so happy. And then what I do is, as you saw before, is just under control. And I won't go all the way down, then I need to bring my arms up. And before, you saw that I had to kind of like throw my arms up to get that momentum. But now, I still need my arms a little bit just because of my center of gravity. But now I can just curl up and really focus on that abdominal work. And abdominals. Really just control it. I want to go slow. I really want to activate and control those abdominals. So this is what I've been doing almost daily. This has been pretty much my exercise routine. Sometimes I do 3 reps. There was 3. Sometimes I do 5. It just depends on how I feel. And then to really get set up for mainly year 2 is I've been doing about a 30-second plank to really start building up my strength in my arms and my shoulders to get ready to start doing push-ups, because I can't do a push-up. So I'm just working on getting set up. So go into a nice plank here. Notice I don't go to the elbow because I'm working on building my strength in my wrists, my hands, my arms, my shoulders, my back, to get ready to just start doing more calisthenics, so like push-ups. So just kind of do a plank here. Sometimes I do 30 seconds, sometimes I really stretch it out to a minute. And then from here you can, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll just add some little stretches, like keeping my toes down. I'll work to kind of go like into, I don't know, Bruce Lee kind of kneel, karate, right? Kung Fu, something like that, I don't know what you want to call it. And it just stretches out actually my feet, my toes. Then I'll put my feet flat, and then I'll just work on, because before I couldn't even do this. I actually had to put my hands down and kind of hold this. So now I can pretty much almost come all the way down, just kind of stretch that out. Yeah. Ooh, sounds good. Of course, you can always do some more cows and cats if you want. But then the final pose is then, I think it's a child pose. So it's just, for this one I'm going to tilt the hat. I'm going to turn the hat this way. There we go. So now it's just child pose. Let's get a nice, feel that nice stretch back here. And my legs just relax. So yeah, that is the same routine that I've been working on ever since I started this journey back in week 1. And week 3 you saw yoga haha. I think I'll try to put a little banner up here so you link to week 3. And then in week 21 I showed you the routine again, kind of the full routine of what I did, and I'll put that link probably up here also for you. So, but now here we are in week 37, and you can see my progress. And besides consuming less and more nutrition and moving more, you've seen the hiking and the walking I've done. This has been my exercise routine. It's not been at the gym. It's not been doing weights or anything. It's using my own body weight to actually help with my strength, my flexibility, and get those stretches in. So I hope you enjoyed this week, because next week I've got a surprise for you. And I'm going to have to go ahead and put a disclaimer here. There is the possibility for the next 3 weeks there won't be any uploads. Depends on where I'm at in the world and my connectivity and all of that. But I plan to try to upload my videos weekly like I have been. But I'm just not sure how it's going to work out, especially for next week. So week 38 might be a little delayed into week 39, but we should be back on track after that. So just wanted to tell you that. So I'm going to give you a little surprise next week of my travels next week. And it's kind of a recap, so it's going to be kind of fun. But the little teaser for this, though, is Aunt Cindy will be with me. So you're going to see Aunt Cindy again. So, well, I'm Uncle Mike. You know the plan. Thumbs up because you are amazing. Subscribe and chime that bell to get notified. And again, I am Uncle Mike.